and I am here with another Woodgrain and Winter layout for you guys today. And today I am using, of course, the Christmas Spectacular embellishments and whatnot. But I went to my Cricut and cut out some snowflakes. So this is the Polar Express hooking up to the passenger cars. I thought it was pretty cool that we got to actually get there early enough to see this. I pulled out some chipboard pieces and some die cut pieces, some acetate pieces, and then I think this amazing is just a paper piece from the die cut collection as well. I don't think I used any chipboard except for the tag. And then, like I said, I went to my Cricut and I cut out some snowflakes. I actually cut out snowflakes to make a stencil for a later layout. I think it's tomorrow's layout, but I'm using the negative pieces on today's layout. Now we have the general laser cut pieces as well as the greenery laser cut elements that I'm going to unpackage, and eventually throughout this month, I get rid of the packaging eventually. I have this really awesome striped paper that I used a little bit of, and I'm going to use a little bit more. And then from close to my heart, I have my wood grain that I picked out. And I love this ginormous knot within the wood grain. So I think it's going to showcase my photos really well, but it is from a wood grain collection. There was 12 sheets in the collection, and it's from 2020. So unless you go to like eBay or something, I'm not sure if it's available. I also pulled out this black sheet as a reminder that I have a scrap to use to map my photos on the black that I've already used a little bit of. So I'm not going to cut into that full size piece, but use a portion of the black from the foundation paper. All right, so I've trimmed off my branding strip, and then I trimmed off a little bit of this striped paper. I'm going to just distress the torn edge of the striped paper just to give it a little bit of dimension. This layout does end up being pretty flat, but with all of the texture on it, the acetate, the chipboard, the scuffed up edges, all of that stuff, it does add a little bit of dimension. It's just not a bulk of dimension. So I'm trying to decide if I like my knot going up and down or if I liked it going sideways, and I really like it going up and down. So I'm going to commit by putting down my striped piece of paper. And then I'm going to trim down my photos as much as I can. The cool thing about these passenger cars is that they are labeled with the towns that the railroad used to visit frequently. So all of the stops and each one of these box cars are marked with those towns. So like one says Ely, and then I think the other one says, oh golly, now I can't even remember. I know the first one says Ely because it's in the picture. But the other two, I think one says Tonopah, to be honest, which is quite a ways north of Ely. So that is a long, long way for the railroad to go. And I'm not really sure what the purpose of it was. I think if I were to guess, which it is totally just a guess, is that you got in the car of where you wanted to be dropped off at. So like if you were at the Ely stop, then you got into the Ely car. But I'm not really sure if that's how that works or if the towns were sponsors for the box car back in the day. I don't know that one either. So your guess is as good as mine. All right, so the scrap of black that I am going to be working with today is just used up from my previous layouts that I've created. Now, I did not create any of my layouts in order at all. I was trying to do like my assigned homework for the month first, and then if I had time to do other layouts throughout the week, then I would throw them in as well. So this one here is out of order. Even though I used a piece of wood grain for this one, I just couldn't pass up this big old giant knot. And the way that I wanted to make my layout, it's really this. It's really what makes this layout work. It's almost like everything's bursting out of the knot. I don't know. It's super fun. Anyways. But yeah, I am going to use this black cardstock. It's foundation paper, the 49 and Market foundation paper. And I'd already ripped it on both sides, because I think I used the star pieces on my double page layout a couple days ago, and so it already had the torn edge, and I really liked that look of the black and the white, so I went ahead and torn all the edges around my photo. Now I'm just going to pop them up so that way I do have a little bit of dimension going on the layout. Like I said, it doesn't add bulk to the layout, it just adds dimension, and then of course all the other elements add texture to the layout. So anyways, using up these little packaging leftovers from my chipboard pieces, I think they're all Simple Stories, to be honest, and I'm almost done using them up. It feels so good to be able to repurpose your garbage. But I had to say, when I first decided that I was going to do something like that, I struggled remembering, and I just felt like I was moving a whole bunch of garbage from one spot to the other without actually incorporating it into my scrapbook style, right? It's almost like you have to force yourself to think about, okay, I'm using this today instead of fun foam, or I'm using this today instead of the dimensionals from Stampin' Up. I'm using this today, and I had to really force myself to remember that I was going to use up all this negative chipboard because it's just the perfect dimension. It's actually a little bit skinnier than fun foam, to be honest. And I just had to force myself. And now I feel really good about being able to use all of that. And I got rid of a pile of trash without actually throwing it away. So one of the things I love about all the tickets that were in the ticketed die cut collection is that most of the tickets say 25 on them, which is amazing because it took me about 3 layouts to realize, oh, December 25th. Haha. So yes, it did take me a hot minute to grasp that small little concept of what the 25 represented, but I got it eventually. Good thing the month isn't over, and then I finally catch on, right? So anyways, pulling out little pieces here and there, you guys. I don't hardly use up a lot of something. So I pulled off one sheet from the greenery. I pulled off one thing from the general. I am pulling off, I think I used 3 acetate pieces. I used 1 chipboard piece, a couple die cut pieces, and now I went back to the general and I'm pulling off the bells, and I really like the addition of the gold pine needles because they offset. So now I have 3 little goldy pieces that match my yellow train, right? So I think that was pretty cool. All right, so that is what I have. The little sparkles as well as the snowflakes all came off of the Cricut. It was all just one image. I searched snowflakes on my Cricut. The image popped up. I thought, oh, that's super cool, and I'm going to use it. All right, be sure to check out the link down below for the playlist for everyone else that is playing along with Woodgrain and Winter when they can. I am enjoying all of the little videos that are popping up in my feed, you guys. It is fabulous. I absolutely love it. And also, too, don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel, who is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube, because she is the brainchild behind Woodgrain and Winter. And I'm having a blast. I really am. I am feeling good about finishing up all of my layouts, but I think I'm running out of photos already, you guys, and it's only, I don't know, day 7. So I might have to start into 2022. Oh, that'll feel good too. All right. Thanks again, you guys, and I will check y'all later. Bye.